Hi everybody, my name's Sheldon. I'm the professional here at Breedon Priory Golf Centre, and I wanted to make a little video for you today to tell you a little bit about the grip and how we're going to hold the club while we're playing golf. Now, I'm sure as most of you know, the grip is one of the most important aspects of the golf swing, because ultimately it is the hands that control the club face and the club head. So it's important that we get the hands on in a way that we can consistently return the club back to the golf ball time after time. So having said that, there is a particular way that we need to get the hands on, and if I was just to stand up nice and relaxed, let my arms hang down by my side, that is anatomically how my hands hang by my side. So it's important that we try and use that position and utilize it into how we put the top hand on the club. So as I just stand here, let the left hand just sit down by my side, get the club in the hand and bring it round in front of me. The hand has gone on into a nice natural position. If I come a little bit closer so you can see that, so that I open the hand up, you can see quite comfortably that that hand is sat at the base of the fingers and at the base of the palm where the two meet. I don't want the club sat too much into the palm like this. In fact, for those of you that grip it like that, you maybe find that you wear the grip out high. That's because when you grip it that high up in the palm, you really can't grip the club with the top two fingers. So you create some movement, and that ultimately is going to wear a hole in your glove. But also while you're swinging, there's friction and there's movement, and that's going to make the club face unstable. So consistently, that's not going to be what we want. We want it more at the base of the fingers here. You can see where I've put the lines on, not too high, but sitting through here. And then as the grip goes on, that gives me a lot of palm to then take the hand over, so that as I look at my hands, here we go, so you can see a little bit better, the V formed by the thumb and the knuckle is going to point up to my right shoulder, and I can comfortably see the two knuckles on the back of my left hand. So once I've got that hand on, the top hand on correctly, I can look at putting this hand on. Now, there are three types of grip that we can use when we're playing golf. We have the baseball grip, we have the interlocking grip, and we have the overlapping grip. The baseball grip is very good for beginners. I really like that grip for lady golfers and juniors, anybody who hasn't got a lot of hand strength and needs a little bit of help getting the club through. But for most male adults, we try and stick with either an interlocking grip or an overlap. Of those two, it doesn't really matter which you use. No, one isn't more effective than the other, so decide which one feels most comfortable and go with it. We've already got the left hand position, so when we talk about putting this hand on, I personally use an overlapping grip. I'm going to grip it very much in the fingers here and let the little finger sit in the groove between the middle and the index finger of the left hand on as such, and then the hand comes down. If you did decide you were going to be an interlocker, it's exactly the same, but instead of them sitting on top of each other, they intertwine accordingly. Well, this grip is very much in those fingers, again giving me a lot of palm to wrap over the left thumb and go over, and the V again formed by the thumb and the knuckle on the right hand this time points up to the same shoulder, so the hands can work together. That's the hands on from a position point of view. Now we want to talk about the pressure, and I think most golfers out there grip the club far too tight. The problem with gripping the club tight and getting tension into the grip is that the forearms are too tense and the arms are too tense and the shoulders, and we lose a lot of the fluidity and the motion and ultimately club head speed from the club. So we want to relax it. Imagine a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being so relaxed the club would come out of your hands, and 10 being as tight as you can squeeze it, as if you're trying to crush the shaft. We want to be nowhere near the top end of that scale. We want to be at about 3. Very, very relaxed. Firm enough that the club can't come out of our hands, but light enough so we have full motion of the club head. The forearms are very relaxed, there's no tension, and that means there's no tension in the upper arms and no tension in the shoulders. So we have a club face that starts square to our intended targeted address. The left hand can then go on, bringing it into this position so we ensure that it's at the base of the fingers. Bring it back in front of us. Check for your 2 checkpoints. V formed by the thumb and knuckle, up to the right shoulder. 2 knuckles visible on the back of the left hand. The right hand can now come on. Very much in the fingers, sit it on, bring it down. Keep the grip pressure very, very relaxed, and you're going to have a much more stable grip for you to start to use. The two areas where people go wrong with that, the two variants, are a lot of people tend to, when they put the left hand on, because they start with the club in front on, the left hand comes on from here, they grip too much to the side. Now my hand is too much anti-clockwise on this grip. You can see I'm probably gripping it a little bit in the palm again, so we know that that can always affect the glove and give me that chafing of the glove and wearing holes out. But also when I put my hand on, I can't see any of the knuckles. The V formed by the thumb and the knuckle points up my left arm, and what that means is when I get to the top, I really can't rotate my left forearm back enough to square the club face up, and the club face comes in open, hitting the ball to the right. Leaving the club face open is going to cause a slice or block to the right. Alternatively, some people then exaggerate the correction and go over too much to the right hand side. Now I can see too many knuckles, 3 or 4, and the V point's way outside my right shoulder. And from there, when I get to the top, I now have an opportunity to rotate the the left forearm far too much into impact, and that's going to close the club face, and I'm going to hit a hook or a shot to the left. So it's important that when the club is on the ground, I can get this hand on, get it in the correct position, check it down by my side, make sure I can see the correct amount of knuckles, put the right hand on, get the pressure correct, and then start to make swings and practice with that to deliver the club in square to the club every single time. So work with that a little bit. I hope that's going to help you. If you want any help with that, you know where I am. I'm in the pro shop, come and see me, any questions that you've got, or alternatively you can email me at leesheldonpga@gmail.com. Thank you very much.